Hello guys, we'll see if this actually makes it to YouTube or not. Never done YouTube videos or unboxing or anything, but it's something I've been kind of thinking about doing for a while, so this may or may not end up there. I tend to do lots of craft stuff, but right now I'm not able to do my usual stuff. I just don't have the space, and my usual craft space isn't available at the moment, so I usually do a bunch of beadwork. I've been working on some epoxy resin, silver clay, stuff like that. So I saw or have seen for a long time the diamond painting stuff, and I've been super intrigued, but I haven't done it because I tend to, when I start a craft, I tend to kind of go overboard and get a little bit of lots of everything. So since I can't get my usual craft fix and I've been dying to do something, I took the plunge and I got a bunch of diamond painting stuff. Never done it before. This will be new, and like I said, I got more than I need. My little box that I have here that I just got isn't even all the stuff I got. I have a bookmark and 2 other paintings that are still coming in the mail. And of course, the ones that haven't come are the beginner ones. So I got kind of a variety of things that were basic starting out to a bit more complicated. I've got round drills, I've got square drills, I've got some kits. I have full pictures, I have partial pictures, I have a little bit of everything just to see if I can figure out what I like. And since I have this beautiful box that I just got that has most of it, I figured I'd do an unboxing video and see what happens. I did go through Amazon just kind of for the quickness of it and trying to see what I like and didn't like. Once I know what I like or don't like, I'll probably go for more quality brands that are online and such, but I just kind of wanted to get started. From what I've seen online, Amazon could be hit or miss. You can have good stuff, you can have bad stuff, and there doesn't always seem to be a good consistency. So we shall see. So let's open the box. I'm going to put this over here so we can start kind of slowly. I did get a nice little pen to start with too. I know all the kits come with their own pens, but I also know that once I get obsessed with something, I need to make sure I am taking care of my body. This is actually very comfortable, and I like that it has the different sizes on it, so I can hold it in some different spots depending upon how my hand is feeling at that moment, because I have done jewelry to the point of giving my fingers some issues, so I do try to pay attention to that. So it has find the camera here. You gonna focus? There we go. So I have the single point. It has this one on the end that I can switch out. At some point I'll figure that out. For the ones that I can do multiples in. I was working in the basement. I apologize for my hands. We're trying to reorganize and build shelves and all kinds of stuff that way. And this just came, so I just wanted to do it. This is really pretty. You can see it's got a nice little shimmer kind of going with it. It's a good weight too. It's not like cheap, flimsy plastic feeling. Like it has enough weight to it that you feel like you're holding something without feeling like it's super heavy. It's going to tire your hand out too. So that was that. Let's see, I think, yeah. And I got a little kit. Oh, full disclosure, this is on my cell phone. I don't have a setup or anything like that at this point. Maybe in the future. Okay. So I got a kind of diamond painting supply kit. So we have the roller, which is, I was actually excited about this part because I know sometimes they like to pop up and stuff. And it's a nice rubber, so it'll help roll everything down. And then this is all in a nice little baggie, reusable baggie, which is good. And we'll just get everything out here. Okay, so this did come with these little guys, which I really wasn't too worried about. I got the nice one, so I wasn't too worried about it, but this will give with the nice little arm hands here, or hand, these things. So that can be nice to help if I needed an extra or something happened or someone was helping me, I can use those. Now this is just a little organizer to help push the beads so that they're straight wherever you want them to be on the trays. And it did come with some tweezers, just standard old little tweezers. Plastic baggies for the drills. And then the other reason I got this kit and I was excited about it is it came with 3 trays. 3 sorting trays. So I can see kind of which one I like. And I did hear that the ones that usually come with it are these kind of smaller ones. And I did like the idea of some of the bigger ones to be able to sort it more. A whole bunch of wax to help with the sticking part. And there's 2 layers. If you can see the two layers there. Oh, they came with labels. Oh, even better. So little organizer, nothing fancy. It's not huge. I did see some of the reviews on the organizer weren't all that great in the kit. So we'll kind of see how that goes. Sounded like the lids didn't close very well. Of the little small ones. So this pops open. And then you can pull one of these guys out. And then they open. Yeah, I can see I don't know if you can see how they don't totally click down. So if you do use these, you probably need to make sure you don't dump them over because it might not hold enough to keep the beads in. But I would think once they're in the container and you have the lid closed, I don't see why they would open. But maybe, we'll see. But what I do like that they came with is they came with little label tags, little stickers. So these will be good because I can use these on this thing, but I can also use them on the bag. Because from everything I was seeing is that you want to label your drills so that you know what colors they are so you can find them later. If you happen to be missing missing some drills on another painting, or there's a bunch of junk drills. If you have drills from your old paintings and you have the color code on them, you can match them, which is helpful. Okay, so let's put this all back in its little baggie and let's get to the paintings. Okay, so like I said, I go crazy. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So technically 6, but one of the paintings I bought, one of the sets I bought was actually 2 in 1. So there's 7. I have 7 paintings. And these are mostly the complicated ones. Well, not the complicated, the higher level ones. They're not the simple ones. But there's a mix of them here. Some are round, some are square. Oh, and this is kind of nice. So if you look, this is both a square and a round, and I like how it has square shapes for the square and round shapes for the round. And that's probably a normal thing that everyone's like, yeah, they're all like that. I just got them. This one. Okay, we're just going to pick one and open it and see what happens. So I'm going to take this one that's totally, can't see what it is. This is the one that I took a chance on this one. The other ones I tried to be educated about and really look at the pictures and completed pictures that were in the comments and stuff. This one had one comment. So this could be terrible. I don't know. But what it is, it's Santa Claus riding a horse. And I have a big, we're big horse people in my family. And it was a really cute picture. So I decided to take the risk and see what happened with it. Because if it was going to be great, it's going to be great. If it's not, it's not going to be great. Okay, now this came, it's a little weird. This came with wrapped around the beads, and I've seen where people both like that and hate that, so we shall see. I have to say, the Santa face is a little scary looking. You see his eyes? I'm hoping that's better with the beads in it, but that's a little scary looking. Let's see, do you have a nice easy open? Maybe? There you are. Yeah, a little junk bead thingy stuck on there. Okay. So, it's not terrible. I mean, from this distance, you can see what it is, which I think is sometimes half the battle with them. I don't like the feel of the canvas. I don't know if that's a normal feel or not. I do have, trying to get it so you can see, because again, cell phone, not really movable easily without it making you seasick. There's some lines, but I'm not really seeing creases, you know, like those creases that, so you can get creases in here. I know that you have to poke holes in little bubbles and work them down, which I do have an X-Acto knife somewhere. I don't really see any of that. It's pulling up fine. Sticky feels good. It's definitely sticky. Clear plastic, and it has my color codes on both sides, like it should. Yeah, this looks good. Not a ton of colors. There's only 19 colors with it. It came with the typical little kit that they come with. And this is a round painting. No inventory list. So, hopefully it has the right mount. And we'll just kind of hold up the colors here. And these do have the color code, so that's good. It's a pretty kind of minty green. Well, not much in that bag, so that one must not be very needed. Kind of a purpley black, I think. And this one is a different color, even though it looks the same, just about. Kind of a gray. Kind of a almost lilac-y purple. I'm bad with color names. Don't hate. Would you call this a mauve, maybe? It's kind of like a flat red. Oh, this is a pretty purple. Oops, sorry. Another dark. Not many greens in here, and this painting has a lot of greens. Another red. I'm just showing you all the packets. They came in little individual baggies, which actually is kind of nice because sometimes you get those baggies that you have to cut open and then that's the end of them unless you tape them and open and close. And I think that's just a good way to lose things. So that's a green. Silver. Another silver. More green. Brown. Focus camera. There we go. Kind of a darker gray. Looks kind of green on there, but in person it's a gray. And this kind of beigey color. So I will have to sit and do the inventory on this to make sure. I mean, I don't know how many bags I'm supposed to have. It doesn't have that piece on there. But make sure all the colors at least are there to start with. Okay, let's put this away. Enough that I can open the other one anyway. Roll this guy back up. See if I can get it back in its little envelope it came in, because I probably didn't roll it anywhere near as tight as it was. Okay, that to the side. Okay, we're just going to go through these one at a time. I know which one this one is. Hint, hint. What does that look like? Let's find out. Here's my little pop end. Definitely not getting this one back in. I was really stuck. And it does look like all of these are rolled around the beads. Random little piece of plastic in there. Another tray kit. This looks pretty. I think this is just the plastic that has, yeah, the plastic has bubbles in it. It does not, oh, that's right there. Okay, yeah, plastic has bubbles in it. I am not finding any, oh, what is that? That's on the inside of the painting. That's not good. I'll show you here in a sec. I don't see any bubbles in there. So this one is a dragon. And this one I think is square. I think this one's square. Round, excuse me, round. But what I was going, that's not good. And look at this little thing. I don't know what that is. And it's inside the plastic, so I have to see if it'll come out. It is the edge of the glue. So I could probably take my little razor blade or something and scrape some of that off, because it is coming off. It's moving. It just can't get it totally off. And this one has a lot more colors in it. And pretty legible. I think that's sometimes the hard part with the paintings, is that their legibility is not always the greatest. If you get smaller paintings. Obviously, if you get bigger paintings, because you're working in pixels, the better it is, and the farther away you are, the better it is too. Because I'm starting, I tried not to get really too many big ones. so that I didn't, you know, kill myself. And this is one big giant roll of beads. And again, no inventory list. Okay, I need to go this way so you can see them. Lots of pretty colors though. I like these colors. As you'll probably find out, I have a tendency to like certain types of colors in paintings. So these are all probably fairly similar in their color schemes or feel in general. Okay. So while these aren't maybe the good long-term baggies, they're easier to put away. Oh no, something's leaking. I have beads on the table. Did I drop any on the floor? I hope not. I have 4 little beads. I guess we get to use one of those containers. Glad I got that. And from what I've been seeing online, when you have a spill, a lot of times you can just use the oil from your fingers tips to pick it up, put it where it needs to go. Okay. So I got a couple in there, and it's this color that's leaking, I think. I'm not sure where it's leaking from. It's this guy right here. So I'll try to be careful with that and put that back in its big bag here. Ooh, you're leaking more. Stop it. Go in the bag. No leaking. Okay. Safely in the big bag. So when I open that one, I definitely have to put that one carefully into a thing. And I got some more escapees. Okay. So note to self, watch out for those that aren't closed all the way. Oh shoot, I got more. Where did those come from? Okay. Well, good thing that's not a painting I'm doing right away, because I might need more color. Depending upon how much fell out, but I haven't seen any others other than just when I unpacked it. So there's that one. Put that back in the box. We'll go for this next one. I'm not sure which one this one is. Not telling me. Okay, kit again. Now this canvas is a bit different feeling than the other two. It feels a little heavier. Oh, this is that one. Yes. Okay, this is a partial. This is not completely solid diamond. And I'm kind of curious to see how that turns out with the partial. And from a distance, that looks good. You can read that. Horn's a little pixelated, but that's okay. And you can see right there how it's the partial. This background here doesn't have any diamonds on it. And again, I don't really see any bubbles showing up. It's kind of weird because you have this plastic over here that's flopping because there's no sticky on it. But the horn has sticky, but it's not really sticking to it very well. I think because it... We'll have to see how well the diamonds stick to that spot. I may want to do the horn first because this isn't sticking to it at all, so I'm afraid it's going to dry. Just peeling right off if it isn't already, so we may start there. Okay. Don't see anything falling. We'll just kind of go through these colors. Like I said, I'll have to do inventory and make sure I at least have all the right colors, even though none of these so far have had a sheet on it. So, nice little unicorn. Again, you're probably figuring out my color scheme. Let's get this guy away because I don't want this video to be, you know, hours long. Let's get, we got this one next. Probably can tell what this one is. I was excited about this one. Here, I hope if I put it the right way. Can you figure it out? Do you know which one? It's one of those popular ones. I've seen a few different versions of this one. And I liked this one because it wasn't the massively detailed one that is out there. I think this one was a little bit less detailed to kind of start with. So a lot of these have these little random plastic things in them. I don't know what that is. Okay. I don't see any bubbles or weird things on the canvas on this side. And then let's look at the picture. Wait, I'm upside down. Let's put it right side up. So it's a version of Starry Night. Which doesn't, I don't think, look too bad. Again, it's not the exact thing. It's not that really detailed, beautiful painting that you see out there. It's kind of a simpler version of it. 30 colors in it. Has little directions on the bottom of it. I don't see anything weird. This is another, this one's a square. Oh, no, excuse me. This one's a round. This glue is holding this plastic much better than the unicorn one. And this one is baggies. A lot of pretty colors. I really like Starry Night. It's one of my favorites. That and the wave, the big wave one. I can't remember its name at the moment. Okay. This is a square. I actually had a harder time finding squares that weren't very large or very complicated or needed to be in really bigger pictures because the smaller ones were really pixelated. Ooh, this one's got some heavy wrinkles. Oh, this is teeny. This is teenier than I thought it was. So requisite little kit. We're very wrinkled, but not, I feel like if I just, I know there's a way you can iron. I haven't looked that up yet. I feel like if I just put it under a couple flat books and left it for a little bit, it would probably flatten itself out. And I don't know how this one's going to come out. This one might need it to have been a bigger one because it might be a little pixelated. Although from this distance, it doesn't look too bad. And I know when you put the drills on, it looks much better. You can see a little closer. And the symbols, so far all of them I have felt the symbols have been easy to see. It hasn't been like, ooh, I can't see this one. Probably why I haven't mentioned it. And then these are those little cut baggies. Hopefully none of these fall out and attack me. This does not tell me how many colors, but again, it's not a huge amount of colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 19 colors. about. So we'll just kind of run these through. Again, I'm filming this on my phone, so the quality may not be the best. Oh, my cat opened the door. If you hear any random noises, it's the cats. I have 2 cats. One is about 10 years old, and one is just over a year, and he is a troublemaker. He's cute, though, so he's lucky. So we'll see how this one turns out, too. This will be an interesting one. It's smaller than the other ones, I think, so far. But from a distance, it looks not bad. So we'll see. That one put away. Now this is a 2-for-1. This is, I bought 2 kind of similar paintings together. We'll see if they're the same size, because if they're the same size and they come out good, they'd be a good like match set. So, and I know the sizing can be challenging. I feel like they taped this closed. I think they did tape that closed. Again, these are all Amazon stuff. Like I said, if I get a little bit more practiced and decide what I like and what I don't like, and if this is even one I'm going to continue hobby-wise, I'll start looking at better sources too. But this was just to start. So remember I was talking about how I have kind of a theme in my colors. I tend to like some very vibrant dark colors. So let's start with this one. These are the last 2, by the way. You're almost to the end. Aha. This is a little bit of a heavier canvas like that other one. I don't think I need to iron this one. It's actually pretty flat. It's thicker. I think it's a better feeling canvas than that very first one I was talking about not feeling very good. The first 2 kind of felt that way. And plastic super wrinkled, but when I pull it up, it looks like it's just the plastic. I don't see anything that looks like any weird bubbles or anything. And interesting, the eye's a little weird on this. I don't know how that's going to turn out. Again, it always looks better when I'm further away than when I'm looking at it so close. It does definitely look better that way. But if you go close to the, see how the eye's like all one color and then it spreads up weird? But then you get it further away and it has more definition around it. That's interesting how that happens. Again, I am from a horse family. I've had horses all my life except the last few years where don't have a place to have horses. And my old man, we had him until his ending time. And that was 7 years ago now. About maybe might not, well, 3, yeah, about 6, 7, somewhere around in there. But he had a good ending life. So there's that. So I always find little horse things. Someday I'm thinking if I really like these, because I know you can get custom paintings done, diamond paintings, I would actually like to get one of him. His name was Toy. His full name was Bandito's Toy Boy. We called him Toy. When I got him, he was called Toy Boy. We decided that wasn't maybe the most appropriate of names. Requisite kit. That's a little tiny piece of wax when most of these other ones have kind of come with bigger pieces. Interesting. This has a lot more colors in it. 25 colors. So yeah, someday, if I like this, I'd like to maybe get one of my horse Toy. He was a leopard Appaloosa, black and white. I thought I saw a loose one, but I don't see it now, so that's not. Appaloosa is a breed of horse. Leopard is their coloring. It means they're like a Dalmatian. They're polka dot with white with black polka dots. And he was my rescue. He had not some great moments in his life when we found him. So someday I'd like to have a paint. I have some paintings of him that people have done for me. But a diamond painting might be just an interesting something different. And that's a whole can of worms when you get into that, because then you can do all kinds of custom paintings. As long as you have good enough pictures. Let's get this a little closer. Now, I don't think any of these have the ABs, the Aurora Borealis colors that I've seen talked about. I think that's probably from the actual nice diamond painting club things that you can get stuff from. I doubt I'd get those off of an Amazon one. That's color. So, yeah, this one looks like it's going to be pretty. So far, I've actually been happy with the fairly overall quality of them. These are $15 to $20 paintings. Again, I tried not to go crazy on the prices. There's one on Amazon I do really want that's $35, I think, is what it was. And it's an Oriental Chinese style dragon. But it's big. It's not a small one. It's a big one. And some of the finished ones I saw in there looked amazing. But I resisted because I need to get a hang of this first before I go and start jumping in and doing all the expensive ones, which I have to tell you is my tendency when I decide to do something. I usually go and get all the extra stuff, as you see, because how many paintings am I showing you today? And then dive in and do the hard stuff right off the bat. That seems to be my MO. Another one of these little guys. I'm gonna have so many of those. Back of this looks good. There's a couple little, right down there, there's a couple, I don't know if you can see that, kind of. See how it's a little bubbly right there? So that's kind of spots that I think usually get, people talk about ironing. And there's no bubbles on this side that I can see. Again, a nice heavy canvas. All of these have clear plastic on them, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think as long as it's doing its job and covering and sticking, it's good. I have a corner down here that's not wanting to stick very tightly, though. That always worries me a little bit because that makes me feel like maybe the glue isn't as sticky as it should be, or that it's gotten dried out a little bit. So we'll see. Random purple. And another pretty one. I like splashes of color. And I think these are round as well. So as you can see, most of the ones I have are round, which I've heard different things. People tend to either love them or hate them or like both of them. And some think one is easier than the other. Some think they're both the same. We'll see. So that looks nice. And again, this is going to be a plethora of colors. Oh, 25, same as the other one. There's some very pretty colors in here. That's a bright pink. And there's some spots for it. I have to say this one's like all letters, and this one might be a little bit harder to read than some of them because some of their, like there's B's next to D's, J's next to L's. So there's some of these letters, some of these might be harder to read, for sure, because they're definitely close together. Some of the letters that could get blurry and kind of harder to distinguish when they're sitting next to each other like that, and they're small. So we'll have to see how these kind of ones go. There's one little strip left. 2 bags of white. Okay. So that's all of them. Was it enough? Do I have too many? I probably have too many. Ooh, plastic. Just tried to come off. That would have been bad. Okay. So that's all the diamond paintings I have. I'm not sure if I'm going to start any of the ones I have right now or if I'm going to wait for the other 3 to come. 2 bookmarks and 2 other paintings. The bookmark is not a complete, it's a partial. One of the paintings is a partial, and I'm trying to remember the other painting. I think the other painting's a full, but it's a simpler painting. So those 3, of course, the 3 that haven't come yet would be the ones that I should probably start with since I haven't done this yet. Some of the simpler ones. As you saw, those maybe aren't, the ones I have aren't maybe complicated, but maybe I should do some of the others first so that I can have a good basis before I jump into the more complicated or difficult ones, or the ones that involve more. Like I said, I usually tend to just dive off the deep end and get the most complicated, pretty, whatever it is, one that I like to start with. And sometimes it works fine, and sometimes it doesn't. So we'll see. I'll have to contemplate it a little bit and see how my patience level does. The other 3 are supposed to arrive this week. Today's Monday. So Monday, December 28th of 2020. Fun year, right? So we'll see. If those come quick enough, I'll try to hold off and do those first, but might not if they decide to take longer, because we know how mail's going at this point. We'll go from there. So if you see this online, this is, or on YouTube or anything like that, this is my first video. If not, it didn't get posted then, did it? And again, this is off of my phone, so I don't have a real system set up at this point. This is me kind of just seeing what I can do and what doesn't work, and we'll go from there. So have a happy new year, and if it's past the new year, I hope your new year was good. Bye.